You hold a ham and cheese sandwich. Your jaw moves at 99% the speed of light. The sandwich stays still. The goal is a single bite. Physics does not like this. The universe decides to intervene. Everything changes in a fraction of a nanosecond. Movement at this speed is not like walking. The air molecules in front of your mouth cannot move. They act like a solid wall of lead. Collision is inevitable. Atoms of nitrogen and oxygen fuse with the bread. The resulting nuclear reaction releases a burst of gamma radiation. Your face is now the center of a miniature star. Heat floods the immediate area. The sandwich begins to glow with a terrifying, blinding intensity. Relativistic mass comes into play. Energy and mass are interchangeable. As the jar accelerates, the effective mass of your chin increases exponentially. The kinetic energy becomes astronomical. A single bite carries more energy than the entire global nuclear arsenal. The air is no longer gas. It is a dense, incandescent plasma. Shockwaves ripple outward, flattening every building within a 10-mile radius. The ham and cheese are no longer food. They are a high-energy particle beam. The impact triggers a fusion event that rivals the birth of a galaxy. Your teeth are now traveling fast enough to pierce the fabric of spacetime. The neighborhood is gone. The city is vaporized. The atmosphere is on fire. For one brief moment, time dilation occurs. The rest of the world slows down. From your perspective, the sandwich is still there. It looks delicious. The smell of burnt ozone is strong. You wonder if you remembered to put mustard on the bread. Lorentz contraction takes over. Because the jaw is moving relativistically, the sandwich appears flattened. It is now a two-dimensional sliver of matter. The distance between the bread slices shrinks to almost zero. This doesn't make it easier to chew. Instead, the density of the sandwich increases. The ham becomes as dense as a white dwarf star. A single crumb now weighs several billion tons. Gravitational forces begin to warp the light around your mouth. A miniature event horizon forms around your lower lip. Anything nearby is sucked into the void. The local gravity well becomes so strong that it pulls the moon slightly out of orbit. Tides across the planet shift violently. Coastal cities are swallowed by tsunamis. All of this happens because you were hungry for lunch. The physics of the very small have become the physics of the very large. The fusion continues to escalate. Every single atom of air hitting your mouth creates a new explosion. These aren't small pops. These are hydrogen bombs detonating in a sequence. The chain reaction spreads. A sphere of plasma expands at a significant fraction of light speed. The Earth's crust begins to liquefy. Magma fountains erupt across every continent. The oceans boil away in seconds. Steam fills the vacuum of space. The atmosphere is stripped away. Pushed into the void by the sheer pressure of the blast. The planet is no longer a rock. It is a glowing, expanding ball of incandescent gas. The solar system feels the nudge. The orbit of Venus is slightly altered. Jupiter's great red spot flickers. The sheer amount of energy released is enough to light up a dark nebula. Your jaw is still moving. The movement is now the only thing in the system with any meaningful momentum. The sandwich has been converted into pure energy. There is no more ham, there is only light. The expansion doesn't stop at the planet. The blast wave hits the moon. The moon is not a moon anymore. It is a spray of molten lunar dust. The solar wind is pushed back. A massive shell of gamma rays screams across the void toward the inner planets. Mars is scorched. The frozen poles evaporate instantly. The Martian surface turns into a glass mirror. The sun remains unaffected, but it has a new tiny companion. The remnants of the Earth are now a high-energy plasma cloud. Within this cloud, the laws of chemistry are irrelevant. Protons and electrons are stripped apart. Everything is a soup of fundamental particles. The shockwave continues to grow, carving a tunnel of destruction through the asteroid belt. Space itself is vibrating. The gravitational ripples are detectable in the Andromeda galaxy. Astronomers in another dimension take a note of the event. They describe it as a localized anomaly of extreme hunger. The scale of the disaster is complete. Every record of human history, every piece of art, and every digital photo of a cat is gone. The universe is slightly warmer. The void is slightly brighter. The sandwich is officially gone. The energy output is calculated. The total yield is equivalent to a supernova occurring inside a kitchen. The resulting nebula is named after you. It is a beautiful, shimmering cloud of gold and iron. The physics are settled. Eating at the speed of light is not a viable dietary strategy. The calorie count is infinite, but the digestion time is zero. You have achieved the ultimate goal of fast food. The food was fast. The consumption was faster. The result was total cosmic erasure. Unfortunately, the insurance company refuses to pay the claim. They cite the fine print. Relativistic consumption is listed under the Act of God clause. The policy explicitly excludes damage caused by faster-than-light jaw movements. You are still responsible for the deductible. This is very frustrating. Your stomach is now a nebula. Your insurance is void. Subscribe to the What If Club to see what happens if you sneeze at the speed of sound. See you there.